Now in this model file, we're going to look at how to create a corner window with current system. So first, I'm just going to draw some standard wall, architectural wall. I'm going to select wall, drop down, select wall architectural, and I'm going to choose the ephes on metal stud, exterior ephes on metal stud wall type. Just going to do a rectangular shape, and connector height, I want it to be 8 meter high. So it'll be about 2-story high wall. And I'm going to put a floor on the second level. So I'm going to go to Architectural tab and select floor, architectural, and I'm going to select maybe just a generic 400 millimeter. Just use the rectangular sketch tools and make sure its level is going to be host on level 2. I'm just going to pick and snap to the interior corner of these rectangular wall components. Snap the opposite corner. You can lock it down. You don't have to, because we're just doing this as a demonstration. So if we actually go in here in this isometric view, we can see that the floor is in here, and roughly around the midpoint of these walls. So now I'm going to use current system to try to create a corner window condition at the ground level here. So I'll go to wall tab again, select wall architectural, and I'm going to choose from the drop down here, look for current system and select storefront category. Now one thing you should just double check before you do that is that make sure it is automatically embedded. If we look at the property and look at the edit type property, and make sure the automatically embedded toggle is on, otherwise it will not cut the wall when you place it in this ephes exterior wall. So I'm just going to zoom in here, pick to snap to the center line of this wall. Looks like it's snapping to the top. I'm going to hit my space bar so that it'll toggle the exterior side to be at the bottom of the point I'm going to pick now. So I'm going to pick at the intersection here. That's one wall. You can see that it's cutting through the whole system, so I can just continue moving it up like this, draw another wall section. Now rather than making them the full height 8 meter, I'm going to change it to just say a 4 meter. And the same thing on this side here. Now let's try to trim the corner here with these current systems. So I pick, go back in here, using the trim the corner command, select the first wall, and select the second wall. It doesn't really work that way, so maybe we can just use the grip command. It looks like the endpoint of the two current system is meeting at the right location, but we still have a chunk of this wall here left over. It doesn't give me a nice clean corner. Now before we clean up this corner, let's clean up the current system first. I'm just going to go in here, click on this wall, and then hold down Control key and click on the other wall. I'm going to use the temporary high button with the eyeglasses here, high elements, so I can see these two, the junction of these two current system panel. Okay, so I'm just going to put my mouse over one of the mullions and then right mouse, select mullion on grid line. So I select the mullion on this grid line here on this current system. I'm going to unpin it, and I'm going to delete it by clicking on the delete command up here at the rim panel, or I can hit delete from my keyboard to delete these two mullions. Now I'm going to select these two mullions, so I put my mouse over this mullion and then right mouse, and then select mullions on grid lines. Okay, I'm going to unpin these two mullions so I can modify them, and I'm going to go to the type selector, change it to quad mullion 1. So we have a corner mullion here. Looks like we may need to clean up these junction a little bit better. Yeah, it's clean up now. Now we got to clean up the wall. So if we unhide what we hit previously, reset temporary hide isolate, we'll see the wall, the chunk of wall is still going down here. So the only way we can clean this up is by using wall profile or add another wall opening in here. So I'm going to use wall profile. Click on the wall and then select add a profile. And I'm going to click on the top of these current system to create a sketch line. So I'm going to use the pick line method, and I'm going to pick at the top edge here. It will create a sketch line. I'm going to pick another one on this side of the mullion here to create a sketch line so that it can be locked to the current system. So if I change the current system size, that profile will be automatically updated. And now I'm going to trim to corner to clean up these profile line for the wall. So trim the corner, you clean up this corner, trim to this, so you clean up this corner, and then trim to this. And I'm going to select OK to finish this profile. Now you can see now you have a clean corner window junction. Now another way of creating a corner window condition is to create a custom window component like this with a 90-degree angle, and then the opening will only be along this longest side of the window, and this side of the window we have to create a special opening or profile on the wall to make this to work. So what we can do is we can load this window family into our project. And then we're going to go up to here. We're going to toggle to level 2 floor plan. Change this back to hidden line mode and look at it from medium level detail. And in this plan view, we just want to turn off the underlay. So underlay, we're just going to select none. Okay, so now we're going to place that L-shaped window family. So we go down to the window category in the project browser, and this is the one that we have. We're going to use this option 960 by 2500. So I'm just going to put it out here. Now I'm just going to place it in this wall, and I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to just move this back into the wall this way. Maybe a little bit further down. Maybe something like this. And now I'm going to profile this wall. So I'm going to click in here, select this wall, and then select add a profile. And I'm going to pick the top of the window in here to create a new profile and also lock to it. So if the window size changes, the profile will also be changed with the window. So again, I'm going to pick the other edge and I use the trim to corner. Make sure you click on the lock button to lock that sketch line to the edge of the window. We're going to use the trim to corner command to clean up these sketch lines. I'm going to click the green check mark to finish. And now we have another corner window. Now another way to create a window corner condition is with this specialized window family that has the opening project beyond the frame of the window, so that way it will clean up the wall junction and we don't have to do any edit the profile of the wall to do the cleanup. So let's take a look how this is done. So I'm just going to load this family into the project file by clicking here, load into project. And I'm going to toggle to the level 2 floor plan. We are here already. So if I click on this wall, it's showing that this is the wall. We're looking at this corner from this angle here. So I'm just going to go back, scroll back down to the project browser, look for this window family, and I'm just going to drag these type 700 by 2750 and just place it over here for now, maybe this way, so the exterior and orientation is lined up with the orientation of the wall. Just place in here right now, and I'm going to use a dimension to constrain the window from the face of the wall to the edge of this window. And I'm going to change this to be 50. Okay, and I'm going to click on this window family, right mouse, and create similar. I'm going to put another one here. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to use a align command, align this edge with this edge of the mullion. Now you can see that the two mullion are on top of each other directly, so you cannot tell whether it is one or two mullions. So it cleaned up perfectly. If you can see that the blue line indicating the wall opening project beyond the frame of the window actually did the cleanup, so you don't have any last little bit of the wall residual out on the outside corner of these window mullion. Now we can also go back in here and change the type. So if I go in here, this is a 700mm wide module. If I change it to a 1000mm wide, click in here and change the type. And see that you can mix and match different length and different style of windows between the two type. So if I click on this one and I change it to the largest one, 2500, so I have a nice large window on this side and a smaller one on this segment. So ultimately, I think this will be a more flexible approach to create corner window. So I hope you like this video. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.